What's up, the Comic Coalition here for another quick video for you guys today. Today we'll be taking a quick look at the Mezco 1/12 Friday the 13th Part 3 Jason Voorhees action figure. First off, we're going to take a quick look at the box art. Here's the side of the box. You get your 1/12 collective pose plate and display. Friday the 13th Part 3. I'm loving this side of the box art right here. Over here on the back of the box, we get a quick look at what weapons we have, which he does come with a wide variety of weapons, which of course your Jason Voorhees figure will need that. We also get a good look at our Jason Voorhees figure. It comes with 2 alternate head sculpts, 6 interchangeable hands, and a collective display base and adjustable posing post, which I'm not sure if I'll be keeping this guy out of the box displayed on his post, or if I will only take him out when I need him and be keeping him in the box. I'm really not sure. A lot of my higher end figures I go ahead and keep in the box. Here's also a couple of cool photos that they took with the figure as well. But without further ado, we're going to open this bad boy up and see what he looks like. So here we have the figure. As you can see, it comes with these alternate hand sculpts. And here's the alternate head sculpt. It looks really, really grotesque. Blood pouring down the cut in his head. And what I thought was another head sculpt is actually just an alternate mask for the figure. So here's a look at Jason outside of the box. Now, as we already know with Mezco figures, you do get soft goods here. And unlike some soft good figures, it really sits on the figure very well. The pants are nicely fit the figure also. Nicely tailored to the figure, which you don't get that with a lot of cloth figures, so that's one thing I can say about Mezco. You definitely will get your money's worth when it comes to that. It also looks like he has somewhat of a wife beater or something underneath as well. Now I have him holding the machete. As you can see, they do a good job at the blood splatter on these, and they also, I feel like, did a good job of making it look like real metal. Sometimes with the figures you get, the metal just doesn't look like metal. But I feel like they did a good job on this figure right here, on all the accessories. So let's take a quick look at the articulation on the figure. Now his arms do go up just about as high as you need. He can do a split if need be. One thing I always say about horror figures is that I don't feel like they need as much articulation as, say, a Marvel Legend or something like that. But yes, you get a nice little pivot and swivel right here on the ankles, so you will get maximum posability out of this Jason. Also, double hinged knees and upper thigh swivel. Yes, upper thigh swivel. If need be, you can get the 360-degree head spin like the Exorcist there. You also have the ab crunch and swivel side to side, bicep. So yeah, as far as articulation goes, this figure is definitely top of the line. Probably the most articulated Jason figure that I definitely have in my collection. Alright, so let's be honest. I'm sure you guys want to know what he looks like underneath the mask. So let's go ahead and take it off really quick. And good God almighty. Snaps off really easily. And here's a look at the face sculpt there. It feels weird. And it looks weird and like glossy and almost slimy-ish at times, I guess you can kind of say. Which is definitely awesome. Also, the eyes are just, look at that. Well, would you look at that? Teeth kind of gross. It looks like he hasn't brushed his teeth in a while. I wonder what do you guys think Jason eats? For some reason, I always thought Jason was kind of a fish and chips kind of guy. And now that you really look at his face, he kind of looks like someone who would be sitting in an Irish pub, drinking too much beer and eating too much fish and chips. But let's go ahead and take a look at the other face sculpt as well. Alright, so here goes the other head sculpt. Guess he has a little bit of a different facial expression on his face. And of course he has an axe wound, which is bleeding everywhere. And yes, we have like a little hatchet right here. And I think it fits in there quite nicely. So bam, there you have it. You can have some cool shots of Jason all butchered up. I mean, look at that face. Face only a mother can love. But he also comes with a wide variety of weapons. I mean, what would Jason be without a harpoon gun? I mean, I'm so happy to have a harpoon gun in my action figure collection now, because I can use this for so many different other figures. Oh, he does come with an axe. Oh, what do you know? So yes, he does come with an axe. Let me take the meat cleaver out of his head and let's see how the axe fits in there. Oh, let's see. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. And there you have Jason with a whole freaking axe hanging out of his head. My, oh my. Alright, now he does also come with a wrench. I'm going to club someone over the head with this. You already saw the meat cleaver, or whatever you would call that. The fireplace poker. You always need one of these in your old horror movies. This is one of the scariest things to get killed with. I mean, look at that little hook right there. You don't want to deal with that. And like I said, they did a good job with all the metals on these weapons, as well as all the blood splatter. I mean, look at the blood splatter on that knife. It doesn't just look like a knife with a little bit of red on it. It looks like natural splatter, which I thought was pretty dope. Oh yes, and he needs his trusty bloody pitchfork. And also the mask for the alternate head that comes with the axe wound there for you. You cannot have a Jason figure without that axe wound in the head. Now that's not everything he comes with. He also comes with a nice little display stand, as well as something that all Mezcos usually come with. Right here, you could put his foot peg in there. I'll show you guys that in a second. And Mezco's always nice enough to add a little baggie. A little baggie, and know that it's not for what you think it is. It's actually for your little action figure parts. So when you go out and do your toy photography, you can take your figure and you can take all your little weapons with you to murder your other action figures, and they'll all be nice, neat, and safely tucked away in this little bag, so you will never lose all your little deadly weapons. Let's also take a look at his extra hands. He comes with two grabby hands here, so he can grab you with his ultra Jason death grips. Nothing like a good old Jason chokeslam. Yeah, you do get a wide variety of extra hands here, and I believe this is the trigger finger for when Jason shoots harpoon guns. Now, I have to ask you guys, do you think Jason has good aim? I always felt like Jason wouldn't have any aim, but hey, Guess that's just me. But yeah, overall, I gotta say I'm really, really impressed with this figure. And it's got me really depressed that I missed out on the Michael Myers version. I mean, honestly, I like Mezco and all, but I kind of chilled out on buying most of their superhero figures. But when it comes to horror figures and stuff like that, you could definitely sign me up. I guess now, after buying this figure and taking a look at it, I'm going to have to go pre-order that Freddy Krueger. Just a quick shot with him to an X to the head. Now, notice the secondary mask that comes with the figure doesn't seem to fit on the figure quite as nicely as the regular mask here, but it's all good. It's not like a big deal or anything. It's just a slight little thing that I noticed. Also, I noticed the hands. Unlike a lot of action figures, and I collect a lot of action figures, these hands open up really easily. They don't break or anything, but they're really flexible when it comes time to put a weapon in their hand. As you can see, it fits in there perfectly, which that doesn't happen with all action figures. I can tell you that right now. A lot of the times you get these guns for these action figures and you're sitting there like, how in the heck could anyone ever expect me to actually fit this in their hand? But you won't have that problem with this figure. So yes, overall, I am highly, highly pleased with this figure. And I can tell you right now, I will be picking up further horror releases from Mezco. I don't know if we'll ever see another Mezco 112 Jason, but I would love to get another one of these figures, man. I'm having a lot of fun with this guy. Posability is nice. Sculpt is nice. Everything about this figure is just on point. He looks great in photographs. He's even got a little hump back right there. If you pass on this figure, I suggest that you give it a chance and go pick it up. It's probably the coolest Jason figure I own, and I love my NECA figures. I love my NECA figures. They're some of my favorite figures in my collection, but I think it's safe to say that if you're a Jason or collector or a horror collector, that this needs to be in your collection. I'm so sorry that I missed out on the Michael Myers, and I gotta go find him somehow, some way. So if you know where Michael Myers is at for a good price, drop it down in the comments below. If you like this video, let me know down in the comments below. Also, give it a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, be sure to subscribe, and as always, you have a good day, YouTube.